Welcome everyone to another episode of Smoke All the Foods here on Bryno's World. And yes, you read that title correctly. I'm making a smoked bacon salsa. Now, no, it doesn't involve me smoking bacon, crumbling it up and putting it in the salsa. No, I'm actually going to be smoking the primary ingredients of this salsa. That is fresh tomatoes, some jalapeno peppers, and some diced onions, which I have pre-diced right over there. I'm going to toss all of these in my smoker, smoke them for about an hour, no more, maybe a little less than an hour, just enough to get some smoky flavor on all this. Then after that, put them in the blender with all the other ingredients of the salsa, and let's see what happens. Now, I'm honestly a little concerned. I was considering maybe cold smoking these vegetables since I don't want to take out too much of the moisture inside these tomatoes, but I figured to mitigate that by slicing them only half-wise, just once, to let at least a good portion of the moisture of the tomatoes stay in. And if not, we'll just throw in some more maybe vinegar, or maybe probably lime juice would probably be the best. But either way, let's get to smoking. So here's my smoker here. Don't have the veggies with me, they're in the kitchen that way. But I don't want to put them up on here because it would be a really delicate and messy operation, so I'm just going to time lapse through that part real quick. And now we let them smoke for about an hour, maybe a little less. Okay, it's been about maybe 45-50 minutes since I put the veggies in the smoker. I'm anxious to see if they dried out or not. If they did, we might have problems, but let's see. Let's turn it off first. Ooh, the vapor. But tomatoes look okay so far. If this thing will stay open. Let's see. Well, they still feel damp on the outside, so we might have some. Oh, these things are squishy though. And I will take those onions out later, but rest assured they look like proper smoked onions as I made them for the, what was it, the smoked chili a while back. But we're not done with these ingredients. Now we gotta blend them into a salsa. That's next. Okay, now time to blend all our ingredients. First, tomatoes and chili peppers, or jalapenos in this case. Next, our smoked diced onion. Next, some white vinegar. Now some salt. Some more onions in this minced form. Some lime juice. Next, some dried cilantro. And lastly, these four cloves of garlic. We turn on our blender and pulse it until we're happy with it. And it turns out I forgot one important ingredient, the bacon. But that's okay because I think this salsa's a little on the runny side. I'm thinking about maybe putting it on the stovetop to maybe reduce it a little bit. And I'm going to add my bacon then to seep in some more bacon flavor overall in the salsa. So let's do that next. So while the salsa is heating up, ready to reduce the liquidiness of the salsa, I'm at this point going to add the contents of this package of bacon bits. that in there. Definitely do not want that in there. And that right there looks like it's boiling. So I'm going to take this off the burner, let it cool for a little bit, and then put it into a container. Okay, the salsa has cooled down a little bit. It is now in this giant jar here, but it's still warm, so I'm going to put it in the fridge to really let it cool down. Now, I'm actually going to let that salsa cool overnight. So for me, it'll be about 20 or so hours before I taste it again, but for you, it'll be a matter of seconds. And here we are, roughly 21 hours later. I have the chilled salsa here. It doesn't look very runny, although some of that might be in the leftovers in that fridge there. But smell-wise, I definitely smell the smokiness of the hickory in there, which has me curious as to how it's going to taste. And of course, you know, hickory does have a bacon smell to it. So I got a little bit, I can definitely tell the difference between the hickory and the bacon that's in there. So this might end up being doubly baconish if that's even possible. So anyway, let's get a scoop of salsa on here. So there's smell. Oh yeah, there's the smoke. So now let's see if I got the smoky flavor. Here we go. Smoky bacon salsa. Cheers. Wow. That's something. Oh my God. Wow. I think this is the best salsa I've ever made in my life. The flavor of the hickory smoke adds a whole new dimension to this. And plus the bacon in there, it's also in there, and you can also taste that as well. So, but yeah, smoky salsa, this should be a new thing. I may regret making this because I might eat this whole thing today. And I think all I did was smoke tomatoes, peppers, and onions in there for maybe about 45 minutes. That was it. Just enough to get some smoky flavor in them. Blend them up, put some bacon in there, and you got something that's out of this world. I am super happy with how this stuff turned out. I was worried that just smoking it might dry it out too much. It didn't. I was wondering if this would absorb enough. I was wondering if this would be not smoky enough or too smoky. It's not. It's just perfect. I was worried it might be a little bit too hot, so I put 3 jalapenos in there. It's not, although I can see why some people would think that. So if I made this in the future for a crowd, I might drop it down to just 2 jalapenos in there. But overall, this is how you need to make salsa. On that delicious note, that will do it for another episode of Smoke All the Foods here on Bryno's World. I thank you all very much for watching. If you have any ideas for things that I can make and smoke on this show, please leave a comment down below. Otherwise, don't forget to like and share this video and subscribe if you have not done so already. Once again, thanks for watching, and have yourself a good one. Smoky. That is a bad bite.